10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Radiant team ban. Dire team pick.
Night Stalker.
Radiant team pick.
Ogre Magi!
Legion Commander.
Dire team pick.
Hey guys, welcome to the TI7C qualifiers on line 2, and I'm Lysander. If you guys haven't seen me in a while, I haven't actually cast in a bit, but hey, we're back here with some Dota and some hype Dota indeed. It's Faceless versus HappyFeet. Faceless have been on a rampage all day since the morning, really taking all their wins so far, and not much surprises there, as they are one of the contenders to be winning one of the 3 slots for the TI7 playoffs, but they have to play a few more teams before we actually call them the winners. But for now, they are going to be facing HappyFeet, and they are going to be starting off the pick here with Night Stalker, Legion Commander, and Ogre Magi will be the replies here from HappyFeet. Let's go look into the draft. Faceless, of course, is the more experienced team, and earlier on, if you caught me on the panel, you realize that actually I said that some of the teams, they might feel a little bit more comfortable with some of the other matchups, so they might take that opportunity to try something new, try something unorthodox. And I like the Silencer pick here. I think it's been quite popular recently, going along hand in hand with the Bat Rider, or something that can start a fight but would really not like interruption. So stuff like the Bat Rider was perfect. Now it does look like Faces are going to be looking into Night Stalker tech, so they're going to pick Night Stalker, preferably jump in and then drop that global silence and prevent any kind of counterplay that'll be coming out from the Legion Commander, that'll be coming out from the Ogre Magi. It can also be used defensively when the LC does blink in for a duel later on, and getting that blanket coverage for spells. Legion will not be able to get that backup that she needs to actually finish off her dual target. So I think it's a very solid pick. The only issue, of course, is his lack of disable. He's good at zoning. He's just a little bit lacking on the disable department. But so far, I think Faces have done that really well by mixing up with a lot of aggression in the off lane. Ice is perfect for that when it comes to distractions. And Night Stalker, a hero that can potentially cause a lot of trouble. That is, of course, if NS is a Ice hero. It could also be that position 4 that we see more often here. So I might be jumping ahead of myself, but let's look at the rest of the bans here. We have got Nyx Assassin being banned out. We got some Venomancer being banned out, and now Invoker taking a back seat. I think you don't really blame Faces for banning this. Legion Commander, Invoker, very 1-2 combo that could be coming out here. Sometimes the combo is so fast you can't even global silence in time before that Sunstrike goes off. So let's take him out of picture in general. Yeah, it does seem like the smart play here. And HappyFeet, they haven't had the best of results thus far, and HappyFeet, really needing something to snap back into gear here. You know, earlier on, if you caught me on the panel on EGG, I was mentioning, talking it out with Godot, and we were saying that, a lot of these teams can be affected pretty heavily by morale, and losing a first few games off the day one of the round robin can actually be pretty disheartening. And of course, having play some of the better members of this C region in the early stages of the round robin can be a little bit sad. So now that we have LC picked up, I've always had this gripe with Legion Commander in pro games is that they don't have the combination needed for a quick duel win. Oftentimes the Legion is just picked for her good laning, her ability to debuff silencers, it's debuff stuns. It's good, but I feel like a lot of Legion Commander's power also comes from her duel, which I think needs to be utilized a little bit more. Just assuming that you can just pile on a guy with a duel is a little bit too overestimating the ability of duel there. It's a short window. You really want to be able to win the duel before it before it expires. Getting that duel damage on Legion Commander can really rocket her into that position 3, position 2 role, apart from your normal cores already. And if HappyFeet are doing what I like to do, like to see actually, Legion Commander mid, then yeah, it's a different story altogether. Then what I just said earlier on may not be as applicable, but still having that quick win on that duel with LC is always nice. And one of the heroes that could do it is Skyrif Mage, but he hasn't actually been in favor of the pros after the nerfs that he has received pretty long ago. But now that you have the Lina coming out here, and does suit the MO of a Legion. Duel, and then you hit them with a whole bunch of spells that Lina can offer. Kind of like it with the Ogre Harassment that could be coming out in the middle lane. I think Lina stands a lot of chance to be doing well in that middle lane. So we'll see where it goes from here. The Lina, of course, could be support. Have seen some support Lina today. If not at least one played by Mineski earlier on today when they did that little cute draft against TNC, picking up that Sven Lina ganking combo. Ultimately still dropping the game to TNC, but I don't think it was because it was the Lina or Sven. It was just because TNC showed more resilience. They had the back of the silencer. So it's going to be tricky. Razor being banned out now, and now Faceless go with the puck. An area denial kind of mid hero. Big burst damage, being able to lock the heroes in place. So you have when you restrict enemy heroes in place, you always have that option if you can't run, because when you're global silence, you often want to retreat for a little bit and reset the match, get into proper positions, and fight once the global wears off. It only lasts for 4 to 5 seconds in the early stages, and because of that, it's a small window for your enemies to capitalize. So if you manage to juke around, kite them around, you can technically walk off the GS. But when there's a puck there, he drops the coil on a couple of heroes. A lot of your guys are going to be stuck behind. They can't exactly pop the coil and get stuck there anyway. So it's a little bit of a 1-2 punch coming out here from Faceless. We got the Night Stalker to run people down as well, so I do like that. I love to see the Hunter of the Night in action, where he can just fly over cliffs, fly over trees for that extra bit of mobility. When Bat Rider is banned, you just go for the Batman anyway. Now we look at HappyFeet. We have Lich, which is going to be the 4th pick. Not as common of a pick here, but I do think this hero has not gotten as much praise as he should have. Lich is a very solid hero, especially when it comes to the laning phase, after the range creeps have been switched to give more XP in the early game. Just eating away 1 or 2 range creeps in that middle lane, in that off lane, can really turn the tide of battle in the early game. And I do believe level 1 sacrifice was buffed recently to be a little bit better. Level 1? Level 2? I think level 2. Okay, level 1's still at 60 seconds, but I think level 2 is a little bit better, if I remember correctly. Level 2, 3, and 4 are a little bit better. I could be wrong about this, but I do remember Sacrifice being buffed, and might play a part as to why Lich is picked a little bit more now. But now the Bristleback comes out, and it does give me a little cause for concern. Of course, Bristleback is a hero that Ice is super famous for, just running into the fray, not dying, and then scoring kills while existing. It's just how the hero has been. He's got some what do you call them, respect nerfs from Ice Frog. He's like, all right, guys, I might be a little bit too high when I made the hero too strong, so I'm gonna give him a little bit of nudges here and there, but ultimately the hero is still pretty darn good. And with Puck to keep you in place, and when you don't have spells to really take him out ASAP, it could be a challenge when playing against him. You've got a lot of frontline brawlers here for Faceless. We got Bristleback, got Night Stalker now, so HappyFeet, that Legion Commander, that is their sole counter to the Bristleback right now. They have the duel, and one of the best things about duel against Bristleback is you make him face front, and then you can punish with your Lina, with your Lich. But, you know, I'm still not feeling it. They need a little bit more in terms of firepower. Do we go towards something like Lifestealer maybe? Eat away at his high HP pool, but again, it's still Bristleback that really causes the most trouble. So Faceless, they don't want to have to deal with Sven here. They removed him, and a Nature's Prophet. Wow! Alright, Nature's Prophet. I do not believe I've seen that guy in a while now. He has had some changes. I wouldn't necessarily say game-breaking buffs, but he has had changes. You know, he had his talents, and his people still didn't really pick him. So I want to see how Faceless do Nature's Prophet, because I do not believe I've seen this in a while. Let me look at my stats very quickly. I do not believe they've picked Nature's Prophet at all. The closest they have picked to a Nature's Prophet is a Treant Protector, you know, just the nature theme, but none of that. And we have Lone Druid, so 2 Bulldog heroes in one game. Lone Druid is going to be JO's go-to hero here. I can't say I hate it. It is going to be pretty nice at harassing an early game Bristleback. We'll see if it does do well later on. He is pretty vulnerable to Night Stalker dives, pretty vulnerable to Puck, and with that Nature's Prophet as well, you know, that could always be that pressure. Wait, hold up. Forget what I just said. Bristleback's going to be on XY. It's going to be a carry Bristleback. It's going to be Nature's Prophet for Ice Ice Ice. You know, just in the excitement, I forgot that that is actually the offlane hero here for Faceless. So we are going to be seeing something new here. Forgive me if it is, you know, played elsewhere, but this is definitely out of the box. And like I said, you know, you play against a team that you're more or less comfortable with. You might want to try something new, see if it works in a competitive setting. And I do believe Faceless are doing one of those thingies where they just expand Ice Ice Ice's player, you know, hero pool, and, you know, scare further matchup captains into banning it maybe. If you can get a respect ban on one of your heroes, like an auto ban, it's always a huge deal when you play Dota. It's just such a one-up. When, you know, back in the days where Dandy Pudge was such a feared thing, the Chinese were forced to ban it. It just gives you such a big advantage in that drafting phase. So we'll see how the game turns out. I do believe Faceless are going to be favored here, but then again, HappyFeet do have a pretty solid draft. So I look forward to see how this game turns out. This game is definitely going to be important for HappyFeet, but we'll see how well Faceless, or rather how trolly Faceless decide to be. It's TI7 after all. It's not something you want to be throwing even against an opponent you are comfortable against. Ice 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 is the pay to win 2000 levels in his compendium. Gonna get some swag towers here. Alright, time for me to hit up the predictions. First player to play Blink Dagger. It should be the Puck here. I don't believe anyone else will beat him to it. Who has the highest net worth at the game end? This one's a little bit tough, but I'm going to say XY. It could be Prophet depending on how it is. Total number of Blink Daggers by 25. Legion is probably gonna go Blink, and I think that's gonna be it. The Legion and Puck, so probably 2, 0 to 2. Could be wrong. Number of player density and all. Man, this is gonna be a little bit hard. I'll say 26 to 40. It's a safe number. I think it's a safe number. All right, guys. Let's not spend too much time on that. Let's just hop into the game. We're gonna introduce the teams very quickly. I am sorry, I am using the Dark Reef map. I will switch it out later on in the game. Forgot I had that one. I just got it from the compendium, guys. It's a really amazing piece of art, and I really wanna, you know, really use it for the sake of the artist to spend all that time on it. I know it's a little bit late, but I really wanted to get I recently got my compendium to this level. You know, I've been grinding it slowly, and of course the weekend battle bonus allowing me to finally achieve that level. And yeah. Alrighty, so JO is going to be on the off lane. Alright, HappyFeet going to be on the Radiant side. They have Banner on that Lina. Got Jayu and Jesse Vash going to do that dual lane. All right, very interesting to go in dual lane with the Lone Druid. And we've got Legion Commander going to have her own lane on that bottom. So Yaj is going to be on the Legion bottom. We have Jules going to be the tryhard and the Ogre mid. Lina played by Ben Hur. And on the side of the Dire already going to put that 2 hero there as well. It's going to be Jabs and Black on the Night Stalker and Puck respectively. We have Nuts as well as XY on the Bristleback. So it's going to be 2-2-1. Ice is going to get his 1v1 matchup. So that is going to be interesting. We got ourselves a little bit of a pause here. So maybe I'll bounce out and, you know, okay, let me see if I can bounce out. All right. I know a lot of you guys are really caught up with this. So I'm just going to clear the shuffle and I think that's going to be the most important thing. Finish loading. Give me the new map. I hope we get the new map. And there we go. Back to the normal map, guys. We're going to capitalize on that pause. Oh, what's happening? Oh, yeah, I was hitting the wrong buttons. There we go. All right, so a little bit of a tussle here in the middle lane. I did not miss first blood, thank God. Yeah, we're going to be back in it. XY as well as Jayo are going to be going toe-to-toe. I do believe it should be pretty okay because Jayo doesn't have to go too close to the Bristleback. Silencer doesn't have any catch. Lich is going to be able to pull the wave back. I think it's going to be advantage to the Radiant, if anything. And Faceless, of course, want to maintain their pristine score here. Is going to be able to... going to have to, of course, play at their very best, even if it isn't a conventional draft. So we have Ice going to have a little bit of a meat shield here in the form of Jabs, who's going to be throwing out nukes here. Yaj, having picked Moment of Courage level 1, is not going to have any kind of burst of potential, but he is going to have a little bit more sustain against Treant harassment. Alrighty, Jesse Vaj. How's he looking? He's already level 2, and that is going to be the name of the game here. Faceless are going to be tanking the EXP a little bit, and that's why Nuts, it's very important that he does this. He needs that extra income, you can almost say here. Ooh, Jabs picking up that Invis rune. Is going to be walking here with Jules and going to snatch up that pocket money. Yeah, yummy. Batman steals that money from underneath the Ogre's nose. And Jayo, it's going to be tapping away at Nuts, you know, just a little bit of taps here and there, cheeky taps. Luckily for XY, he is a Bristleback, so he will be able to just sit here in the wave. And this is just one of the best things about the new, well, it's not a new patch anymore, but these changes to the consumables have made it really nice for us. No more range creep cancelling of your clarity potions and stuff. Ice going for the Orb of Venom. It's a lot more poison damage now, I guess 5 damage per second. It does give 3-second duration, so it's like a 15 damage over time. It's good for harassment, it's cheap stuff. And it's not too much of an investment in the early game. Lina doing a little bit of damage here to Black. Joel's going to run up to him, maybe start with a Fire Blast and then an Ignite, but not seeing the need to, as he does have a Salve on Black, so not going to waste the resources here. Oh, getting tagged there. There is the hit here. Black immediately forced to piece out of there. Black very low on health. Banner going to try for the Dragon Slave. That's first blood scored there by HappyFeet. Very nicely done there, knowing the full extent of that Lina power. Going to be able to strike down the Fairy Dragon. So that is going to be first blood drawn by the Radiant. So HappyFeet got off on a good start, but Mr. Ice over here, 19-11, this Legion Commander gonna get pinned down in this safe lane, already forced to back off here and run back to base after only securing boots. Looking at Jo now, what's he at? He's got that Summon Spirit Bear level 2, he's got Rabbit at level 1, so not too much deviation from the normal builds here. Has not got any Savage Warriors yet. Like I said, this is not a lane that he should be feeling too threatened by, and Nuts getting a perfect pull across, and with that Soul Ring completed here for XY, he will be able to finally tank the wave with those Quill Sprays. So I should be seeing some... It's a very efficient way of laning. It's very greedy, but then, you know, HappyFeet are just trying to play that greed game themselves. You know, they have that Lich, they have that creep eating, so you need to have that spacing out of the lanes there to be able You need the spacing of the lanes that be able to actually get that EXP balanced out. But Ice, of course, is getting a fantastic time here. Oh, there's a Night Stalker diving deep in. Of course, we haven't mentioned that this is the first night time. Black is very low, though. The LSA going to be landing here. The Void is going to be just enough. And with the Treants and the Creeps are going to finally tag him. Black nearly getting hit by that Dragon Slave again. Deja Vu hits him hard, and he does immediately jaunt out of that. So he will dodge that hit, and Shrines are about to be coming up in 10 seconds. So that's going to be a full reset here for the Dire squad. They do get a nice gank. They are 1k gold up right now, and even getting a value stack across. I do not believe that will work. Yeah, it will not work. But now with the Shrines coming out, we're going to have a little bit of a sauna, soothing music. Going to be healing that up to full. And what's cooking here? Nuts is now level 3. He's got 2 points in Arcane Curse, 1 point in Lost Word. Yeah, no real points to put that in the Glaive of Wisdom. You won't really get close anyway to toss out those shots with the Lich constantly pushing the wave back. And XY doing bristleback things. And yeah, doing bristleback things. And well, XY. You know, I would say he has to watch his health, but it's only a Lich and a Spirit Bear, and Spirit Bear doesn't have Root just yet, so no worries right now. And Nuts dropping a deep ward there, just in case Ice wants to pop in. Once he gets the face boots, he is actually a threat to any playing any heroes on the outside. You know, they might get a little bit too comfortable, like, oh, this lane's kind of easy, and then Ice pops in from the back there, drops a Sprout, blocks you with the Treants. It could get a little bit troublesome. So you want to always be on the lookout here. We hit 6 minutes. We have Ben here. Still at the top of the net worth, according to the predictions, with 6 minutes in. Lina is always going to have a pretty decent time being the hero that she is. Very powerful. And what's Jo looking at? He's got 1 point in Savage Roar now, so it's a little bit of a disjointability thing. Oh, then he lost it there. Nuts getting the CS. Very big deal on him getting a second one, but a first hit Root immediately coming out here. He needs to TP. Very good use of that Savage Roar. They're going to pick him off. Jo with the plays. Going to score himself a solo pickoff. And Yash is pretty good against the Sprout right now, as he has the Calling Blade, but here comes the right round with that body block from the Treants. You can't cut out of that one. Yash gonna try and heal himself, but it's only a level 1 heal, and that's gonna be a pickoff there. Once again, showing off the micro potential of ex-StarCraft Pro Ice. Zerg main, as I was told, very good with that micro, and well, that RTS skill coming to play there. Ice getting the body blocks after the Sprout, and of course with the wrap around here from the Night Stalker, forcing out the moment of courage, and then there you go with the pup, the ultimate already. Legion didn't stand a chance, just took him out of the fight right there, and then Bristleback is still top of the CS chart, so hopefully he stays true to that compendium prediction, so I get those sweet points. Oh wait, what? Alright, so it looks like Ice feeds. Alright, as I praise him, but they're going for the dive here. Lina gonna be in trouble here because there's no coil. She realizes that and immediately TP's out of there. Sorry about that. Alright. Jesse Vosh. 2 points in sacrifice, so it's a 1-1-2 build. It does reduce his nuking power by a little bit, but this was what I was talking about, you know, that complacency, that, you know, that thinking that you might be a little bit safe, but nope, immediately gonna use that Savage Roar properly and get out there. Spirit Bear, or rather the Lone Druid, a pretty tanky hero when it comes to that. Still tagged there by that Orb of Venom is pretty annoying. Question marks coming out. Yash trying to go for a duel there. Not sure what he was really thinking of, but now here comes the body blocks again. Just gonna be annoying, tacking him as he goes. But look at that micro, man. Just knocking him down to half health. No nukes required. Ice. Just always making plays and going for the Drum of Endurance. So this is just going to be the good old-fashioned combat prophet. Throwing out the Wrath of Nature. There's the overwhelming odds. She is actually going down without the help of the puck even. Black just comes in for the chaos. Ice with the pretty much solo kill on that Legion Commander just due to the micro and the Wrath of Nature. Very well done there. Once again, the experience of the man just showing through. He is pretty much senpai of Southeast Asia. And there's the Treant Protector. Oh, Treants coming out here, the pumpkins. Gonna be smacking away at that tier 1 tower, and Jules can only look here as one of the little Treants scout him out. Legion Commander is coming back into the fray. The face boots out immediately comes, and Legion does use the overwhelming odds to stem this push a little bit, but it is still something to concern yourself with. Oh, tower. Still pretty healthy here on that top lane. next Lich, and well, pretty poor laning, or rather poor pushing power of Faceless here in the safe lane for now. But once the Prophet joins in and adds to the chaos, we will be seeing something else. Alright, we're looking at a very high net worth here for Lina. Having gotten first blood there, has managed to continuously push her advantage. Now sitting at 4.3k, 1k above of Ice himself. Maybe a little bit too much stacking, maybe too much focus on that, on the top lane has left them. So not looking at their financials here, maybe. I don't know how to say that exactly, but they are trailing a little bit in terms of net worth, the top net worth, but the second, third, and fourth are actually dire favorites. So they're spreading the farm pretty evenly. And oh, Lina gonna throw out that Dragon Slave right away. It does reveal them. Oh, okay, Black is thinking about this. Is there a coil level 4 ogre a little bit too beefy for them to consider picking off here? Jo has retreated to the jungle. A Midas on the lone druid bear, so he's going to start his economic climb here as he munches to second place on that net worth chart. So I might be wrong on the predictions here, but then again, if Faceless do end up winning this game, then I do believe Bristleback should be on top, right, guys? Should. All right, let's look at Ice here. What's he doing? The man himself. Gosh, still hasn't gotten any dual damage, but then again, no real opportunities here. Ice did feed one over earlier, but that was before the duel happened, and now XY gonna do that Bristleback thing where he does farm the Ancients with very minimal effort. Just doing that, look at that, with the Vanguard, just being able to do that, and with the Shrine as well, gonna be able to keep himself very healthy. And already maxing up on that Bristleback, just enjoying life. 6 quill sprays, Ancient, who that? And yeah, 1,000 gold. Going for that Blink Dagger, I imagine. It could be Armlet because he is safe lane. I've seen some Legions do tack in that direction. But we'll see. Shrines going off, and we got some fully rejuvenated Bristleback running down towards the bottom lane now. So far the kill score is even. We can check out the net worth. There you go. Team net worth is going to be sitting at 1,000 in favor of the Radiant. But nothing really too big to write home about. The Puck is pushing out the middle lane. Overall, just pretty chill. But Jabs has hit level 6 and it is nighttime. And after popping his darkness, so forcing out that nighttime early is going to be good for him. Jabs does walk up, but does not see jewels as he retreats to the high ground in time. But Ice is here with drums, and we are going to start the battle in earnest as we go for the tier 1 tower, knocking at it slowly but surely. And Ogre Magi, jewels. Alright, Jabs gonna munch on that bounty rune, and they're gonna try and make a push for a kill here. A kill into an objective. Jesse Vosh is keeping himself hidden right now. Has that Chain Frost ready. They're going for the Legion Commander. Here comes the Wrath of Nature. The last word is there, but an immediate debuff. And oh no, the Chain Frost gonna be amplified by Ice's presence. Summons the little creeps here. Ice in a lot of trouble, but there is the Global Silence to prevent that duel. Is there gonna be a Savage Roar? It's not gonna be in time. Ice survives by a millisecond, and he will piece out of there in time. Trading a couple ultimates here and there. Chain Frost for the Global and the Wrath of Nature. Overall, HappyFeet are going to be happy about that one for sure, as they do bait out one of the big ultis here on Faceless. So now they have an opening, 140-second opening, you could almost say 130. Second opening where they will be able to make a push without fear of their GS. So Nuts gonna feel pretty weak right now without his main ability, but the question is, will they be able to push into this? You know, they have Nature's Prophet that will always be applying pressure. You look how quick Ice is at abandoning a lane straight into another lane just to apply pressure non-stop. This guy has got the map awareness, so he will be able to just maybe pressure the map at all points here. Still 3-4-3. We haven't gotten any real advantage apart from tower kills, but now Jo out in the zones and by himself, but a double Savage Roar is going to secure that. But oh, here comes Ice in his pumpkin carriage. We are going for Jo, and I don't think Jo is walking out of this one. The Sprout locks out his only way. It's a -2, good sir. A little bit of brain juice going out all the way to Nuts, and now Jesse Vosh says, damn it, I should have TP'd out instead of saving my carry, because oh well, goodbye sir. That's another -2. Nuts getting smarter by the minute. Gonna be very happy about that. And meanwhile, Ice collects himself a tower as he passes go. First player to buy a Blink Dagger. going to be a Legion commander. So thank you, Black, for buying the Veil and making me look bad. And now Jules is going to lose his life as well. It's now Faceless on that upward rampage towards that early game advantage here. 14 minutes in, they're really utilizing this Night Stalker to its maximum, using the darkness to shorten the daytime, and then just really applying pressure while it's night. And you know, with this, you know, along with the Nature's Prophet and the Night Stalker, we can be looking at some total map dominance very quickly. And when you dominate the map like that, it's going to be super hard for Legion to get any kind of duel wins. Going to go for one now, speaking of which, we'll have Ogre Magi early to the fray here. You're going to try and look for Bristleback. It is going to be a kill they'll need. It's going to be a kill they'll need here. But will they be able to get it? XY is feeling pretty confident, but here comes the Blink Dagger. Dung, 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 but back is facing, so they are going to be very close when it comes to that. Not even a win here for the Legion commander, as it is taking more than 4 seconds. So, no kill for them there. Laguna is down. Ice is going to feel a little bit less threatened than he needs to be here. Maelstrom going to be the target of choice, but here comes the Night Stalker Batman here to collect on Jesse Vashi. He tries to get out of there, but hey, Jabs is there, claims his life, gets some earn charges, so the Ashes. And we collect it, and looks like Jab's gonna fly over the hills there and immediately run in there. Sees Jules. Hello, friend. Goes with the silence just to start things off. Doesn't go with the void just yet. Ice pops those drums, immediately making a run forward. That's the Ogre down, and Yaj is going to be detected by that Observer Ward as well. Pings it out right away, but more advantage the way of Faceless. The Singaporean team really striking hard and fast, and HappyFeet gonna start losing their grasp of this game. If they leak a little bit more kills, they're gonna start losing towers, and you do not want to be kept into your base as Night Stalker. Again, the darkness goes off, shortens the day clock, and we are looking at a very farmed Lina, but no one else is really applying a lot of pressure. You know, Faceless just collecting towers non-stop and just pushing the advantage here. This can get out of hand very quickly. I mean, Lina is good, but this BB, his pipe is about to come online, and once that does, it's gonna be a lot harder to do what they just did to him earlier. And 16 minutes in, we are looking at there we go, Faceless net worth of about a K up. I always forget that we have this now. New technology, guys, what a time to be alive. And yeah, 80 LSA, 50 damage on that Lina. Just a little bit of updates on the talents. I really love the new Immortal, by the way. So darn cool. Bloodstone is available for ban here. Oh, we're looking at Pop Black. Oh, very quick jaunt and a blink away. Mission failed. We'll get them next time. Very quick fingers there on Black, the German player. Pulling a fast one here on Mr. Yaj. Not going to be getting some dual damage here and staying damageless. 17 minutes in. Feels bad, man. And, well, Veil and Blink Dagger. But, hey, Yaj deserves that for making me look bad, making me get one incorrect prediction already. I should have remembered that pucks do go for Veil first. My bad. But then again, I did expect a off-lane Legion commander. Guess I was wrong about that. And again, this Legion with the early blinks, still not really achieving too much. Only real dual win was actually a failed win, actually. Just got the kill, but no win. Double damage does get scouted out here by Black. Yash is going to be farming some neutrals here, getting some levels. He needs another damage item. It looks like Armlet will be his tech of choice. And we have Nature's Prophet sitting at that 6k net worth. Not really going too much for the farm right now, but has been looking to pressure a little bit here on this Lone Druid faking a teleport. Does go for a Midas now, so kind of reclining into that late game financial plan, getting that Midas, going very deep inside the jungle as well. Playing a little bit safe, but joining his teammates now on the bottom lane now with that teleport. I wonder if we will see this remove teleportation cooldown. Could be a little bit cool. Ice will definitely find a fun way to play with that, but Faceless looks like they're not ready to give this tower away. And with that Nature's Prophet, it's always going to be something where you're not expecting. The Trien comes out, spots out Ben here. The LSA is detected, but looks like it will be nighttime here. Jabs immediately pops the flying. They don't want to be caught out there. Frost armor and an Ogre makes him so difficult to deal with. And we got Bristleback with the Hood of Defiance now. Going to be pretty durable. Not going for the pipe, just building into Solar Crest now. They want to open up that Roshan for their taking. They have gotten a lot of the map. Faceless are starting to just choke out their opponents, get the Aegis, and with that double life, try and secure some objectives on that high ground. Of course, HappyFeet have been keeping on par with the net worth. Ben here sitting at a very high advantage compared to his enemies. Bloodstone really does speed up Lina's potential. My bad, oopsie. Missing a kill here on that Legion Commander, getting caught out in her own jungle, giving Nuts another 2 intelligence. But I really have to commend HappyFeet for their higher net worth. Of course, if you look at the pack here, the Dire side have a very close together net worth of sorts, and they have been taking a lot of the map here. That's why they have been able to keep their heroes farmed across the board. I mean, look at the poorest player. We have Lich sitting at 1.3, but Silence is sitting at a pretty comfortable 2.9, so slightly above minimum wage. We got Roshan. Could be beat away here by the Dire side. They're going to knock it down, take that Aegis, and with that double life, this is when the real objective claiming is going to come. XY is just going to treat his life as though it were nothing, and really push the issue here. There we go. Aegis of Immortal now picked up here. Faceless are going to look to make the push here. We'll have HappyFeet maybe looking for a smoke. They are gathering like they are going to pop a smoke here. Are they going to? It's going to be Radiance in the bear, but is it enough? Is it enough? We shall see. Here comes the duel, but it's XY on that Bristleback. Immediate global silence. I was talking about this. Is it going to be enough? It's not. No damage. They pop the Aegis though, which is nice. Which is very nice. They need this. As the coil, 3 men as well. They all immediately snap it. They try and get that in position. The immediate teleport coming in. Ben-Hur getting slammed down. There's the dust he throws out. He gets abandoned by his team, but Ice in the back lines looking to pick off some heroes. Great movement here from HappyFeet. Gotta say, they have been moving away from the fight. They're trying their best to just run away from the flanking heroes of Faceless, and they have managed to minimize casualties. In fact, they haven't lost a single hero just yet. Nightstalker, the only one to take a fall there. Very great play there, baiting out the global silence and still getting out with every single member of their team. So definitely deserving that round of applause there. HappyFeet playing well in that engagement. They keep this up, they might be back and running there for the wins. And that Lone Druid really hit pretty hard on that BB, even though he had that Vanguard. The duel making him face forward, just making him unable to resist all that damage. As he is, that Bristleback requires your back to actually be facing you. It's always got that squishy center. Oh. Alright, there's the duel win we were looking for. 14 damage going on to the board there. That's the tier 1 tower going to fall as well. Faceless 3k ahead, but that might change soon if they continue losing heroes like that. But Ice now picking up that. Midas has managed to secure himself a 3rd spot in that net worth. Oh, Legion Commander goes for the buff on the bear there. Yeah, this is something we forgot to talk about. The Legion Commander and the Spirit Bear being able to chunk down towers at range and without any fear of retaliation as well. Bears... I know bear lives matter, but it's still less valuable than a hero. Well, just isn't more than enough for that just yet. And look at that Savage Rogue gonna try and save the bear's life as well, and immediately gonna pull out of there in time. So there you go. Barry gets out. Lich, Jesse Bosch, Tranquil Boots, poor stuff. This guy living off the streets. But at least he has been getting levels. That is something nice. And I'm not sure what the Legion Commander was doing on her own. That was very weird for sure. Tried to go for a solo duel on the Nuts there, immediately getting punished. Fortunately, they did not give away any duel damage. And XY going to start making that march to the middle lane now. Has that Solar Crest. Going to have more evasion on him. The tier 2 tower really in the crosshairs of Faceless. 20 intel here for the Prophet. It's a nice chunk of damage going on to him right now. He's got a really crazy amount of DPS, 200 per hit now. And with the lightning effects as well, it's pretty damn cool. XY, what's he looking at? 875 gold. Still, keeping up. It's not the highest, it's keeping up. Puck always has that late game trust fund that he can try and rely on, but not that reliably. Not that reliably. Black with the regeneration. Faceless making a push for another tier 2 tower. Oh, we got some flanking Legion here. Armlet. But the constant scouting from iSize is just a little bit too much. There you go. He finds one. Takes 22. And iSize sends one into the jungle there. Try and get some more vision out of this.
The seeds are formed.
Legion Commander 14 damage just pains me to see. Still, gotta give HappyFeet the commendation they deserve. I mean, Lena is still staying top of the net worth throughout the entire game. And Nature's Prophet about to close in on that gap, actually. iSize has managed to farm up a storm here. With that, Mionia will be able to do even more damage to the lanes, and not getting Aghanim Scepter, but going for a little bit more of a right-click kind of build. So iSize effectively the position 1 at this point, and XY taking up that kind of off-lane role, off-lane safe lane role, that front-line tank that will be able to soak up a lot of that damage. And iSize has not fed a duel win just yet, but hasn't gotten any kills himself.
Warriors of the wood.
Black now going to build towards a Lincoln Sphere, so very early attacking against that Legion Commander. Will she be going for a Halberd? She is looking at a Halberd. Yeah, she is looking at a Halberd as well as a Shadow Blade. Will depend on what she decides to go for, but Halberd is really good on Legion right now, especially due to changes. Have a Halberd, so darn good. And being able to pop Lincolns as well is going to be very strong tech. Here we go, tower. Could we bang down upon, and that is an easy one for Jo to get as well. Here comes the Bristleback showing himself, popping the smoke. There's the nighttime. Gonna immediately get the goo here. Jabs gonna get scouted out. There's a nice global silence going out here. Bristleback dropping low, but it's not enough damage. Yash not gonna get another dual win. Getting trapped in by that Sprout. Is it gonna be enough? The coil is there. There's so much movement restriction going on. Legion takes a fall. The hordes of the Bronze Army just not strong enough. And Jules, is he gonna drop as well? The orb is there. Black, does he see him? There you go. Fairy Dust, a little bit more needed. The Curse of the Sun is keeping things interesting, slowing them all down. Jo falls, and that's a 3-man knockdown here from Faceless. Ben here getting out of his life. He does have that Bloodstone anyway, so even if he had went down, maybe he would have kept his team alive. But Lazy holds on to those charges, and you know, keep himself at peak performance. But Jabs now building into that Halberd is looking pretty good in terms of finances now. Gonna start getting more and more gold with the constant wins. And we've got another minute till night. So this is the power of the Night Stalker. He can always manipulate it so that, you know, you have very little daylight, very little sunshine in this game. And with that, you know, you have lesser vision on wards, but the enemy doesn't suffer the same thing. It's just very, very strong. And now iSize taking top net worth. So I guess iSize is going to be ruining my prediction. But I still have hope for XY just yet. He's now at number 4. He is doing well. He is doing well. Plate Mill now gets picked up. XY gonna have that bonus armor now. Gonna have the extra 10. Wait, what? Yeah, it's gonna have the extra 10. So it's gonna make him a little bit more beefy to the right clicks here. I mean, Lena does chunk out quite a bit of damage with that talent. He has the Lone Druid that can do a lot of damage as well. So it's a good one to get. And Black does get closer to his Lincoln Sphere now, so the Legion's gonna feel even more obsolete now as we come closer and closer to this game. So, well, end game scenario. We've got 4K lead here for Faceless, if you look at that. But right now, HappyFeet are going to need to step up the game, like we said. They need the wins. I don't care if it's Faceless. They still need those wins. You can't just give up because it's Faceless. It's TI7's qualifier. You're going to be facing a lot tougher teams than Faceless. So if you want to even try and fight with the best of the best, you got to take out the Titans of C, Faceless, and yeah. Then they got a grueling day ahead, I must say. They have clutch gamers to face after this one. So, man, it's a long day for them. The hard guys all on one round. It's the hard team's just really hard to deal with. But hey, they got this going for them. Look at that tower just go down. No chance at all. And the fear does come out. So Spirit Brand not in any kind of trouble. Oh, there we go. Got to fly over the cliffs. Looking for a pick. Do we find someone? Yep. Stragglers galore. Jesse Vash is going to be the food here. Looks like the Savage Bear going to try and go for that one. Yeah, 3 seconds to that. There's the Void. Looks like Lich will not be getting out of there. They coil him, which is a little bit interesting. So there's that. But iSize loses his life to a duel. They're very, very close duel indeed. Almost losing that one himself, but getting the kill onto iSize. Does he get the damage? He does not actually. So no dual damage. They do get Ice though, which is nice. Which is very nice. XY. Right jabs. Darkness. Level 2. Got 4 points in Void. Almost maxing up that Crippling Fear. It's got the extra cast range as well for that reach. And Lina back at the top again. Sitting at 1 and 0. Not a lot of kills on him, but no deaths at all, and a very, very fat back book. Black gonna do what Ice set off to do in the first place, which is split push. And we got the puck. It's orbing up the waves. It's causing some annoyance. Going for the magic resistant talent as well, and not gonna be greedy with the damage. Wants to resist a lot of that burst. Wants to be as annoying as possible. And now we have the double damage here on that. Oh, Bristleback, we are going to be able to scout out Roshan. This courier might have scouted things out. I'm not sure if they are going to challenge this. HappyFeet, I don't know if they know about this. I don't think they do. And even if they did, I think it might be a little bit too late. With the double damage and the Solar Crest minus armor, it's just going to be a bit too much to overcome. There we go. XY. Gotta pick up that Aegis. The cheese is going to go to him too as well. So it's going to make it a little bit difficult for... Oh, it's going to make it a little bit difficult for HappyFeet to kill him. 7 to 14, double the kills there in Faceless, and they are going to make another push to that tier 2 tower. Going to make things very tough for them. Yash with that Shadow Plate. Very nuts. Building into a 4-star. Pretty basic stuff right now. The Shadow Plate goes out. Night Stalker doesn't have any kind of detection right now. Could get caught out. There's the puck. Oh wow, they're looking for the Legion. They know that she's there. But she's been scouting with that Shadow Blade, so she might be safe for now. But she's going to pop right into Nuts' vision. No, there's Night Stalker sees her, and that is trouble. That is a lot of trouble. Does purge that out, but that's surrounded all around, and that's going to be a -2 there. Getting caught there by the entire Faceless squad. They know the Legion was there. They had a hunch, and they got her. That's an extra attack speed there for the Nature's Prophet, 35. It's pretty decent. You know, he's already starting to hit a little bit faster than he should as a Nature's Prophet. So it's gonna be starting to be a little bit scary. Start chunking away at the bear. The bear doesn't have Calling Blade. Does have Echo Saber. That's interesting item build there. Will be able to chunk down towers faster and does do the damage. Nice Hurricane Pike that dodging that hit, and there's a 300 for 300 payout here for Black. Get that gold. The Arcane Rune is there. That's gonna be nice to get as well. Quicker coil cooldowns, quicker spells. Just make Puck a lot more annoying.
The seeds of fortune.
It's like a double damage for spell using heroes. Very, very good. Alright, here comes Jules. Finally has that Guardian Greaves. Gonna be able to take off those dispels, heal up his team, maybe pump some mana back into them. But Faceless are still gonna be giving some respect to the ex-Rave squad, you can almost say. Respecting their lineup, respecting that their lineup can actually do quite a bit of damage if given the opportunity. And now Ice is top net worth. He's there. He's there, boys. We still have XY. Could make it. I don't think it's gonna happen, guys. I put my trust in the wrong guy. Should have put Ice. Damn. Still, they're chilling, but not really getting any crazy kills out here. I think they're waiting for the nighttime cycle. 2 minutes till night, so yeah, they want to hold it a little bit. They have their 50 seconds where they can turn it to night as well. So they're just gonna play chill for now. The Wrath of Nature goes out, Ben here in a little bit of taking a little bit of hits. XY taking a few hits himself. And Ben here has gone for the Shadow Blade. Maybe he wants to build Silver Edge. Yeah, he does. Silver Edge to take off that Bristleback. And maybe look to shut things down. There's the Nature's Prophet coming in down to Jules. Jules doesn't have that Calling Blade. He's going to try and run away, but it is not getting out of there. They debuff him. Oh, he survives. Is he surviving though? One more right click will do the job, but it's not. Jules being Jules on that Ogre. Just Ogre thing. Just kidding. He's dead. Nuts got them with that Curse to the Silent, and Nuts Gotta enjoy that one a lot there. Meanwhile, XY taking a lot of hits there from the tower, as well as the enemy team will drop down low, but not low enough as the urn does start ticking back up. Double urns there on the Radiant, or the Dire team, having some on Night Stalker and having one on the Silencer, which is kind of interesting. But they do have to sustain. They're gonna keep Bristleback healthy, and they're gonna start closing in both lanes. They still have Aegis, they still have Cheese. This is going to be so infuriating to deal with, but Echo Saber on the bear. It's quite a bit of damage. They're gonna be backing off for now. Not gonna push this. Faceless, gonna play it safe. They wanna respect their enemies. And Ice is still trying to fatten up his checkbook. Wonder if he'll go for the 2x Treant HP damage. I think it's probably gonna be teleportation removal. We shall see.
This will do nicely.
Legion Commander, a grand total of 14 damage, 35 minutes in. Feels bad, man. Feels bad, man. Alright, Yash. Bristleback doing Bristle things. Farming up the Ancients. Here we go, Black as well as Japs are going to smoke up. Gonna look for a kill here. They have a teleportation. Ice says, I'm going in, boys. Here we go, getting a Skadi as well. Sees the bear. Sees the bear. Not gonna do that. Legion Commander thinking about it, but can you beat Ice 1v1? But no, sir. Here comes Yash. He will disjoint that, trying to get that, trying to get that fast ticket out of there. Does he have a void? No, the Hurricane Pike almost snapping him off the coil there. Ice thinking about that a little bit too late. And now they pop the nighttime, so that is going to be nighttime. They'll be hitting, extend that daylight, remove that daylight, double damage on the bottom lane. And Faceless are going to capitalize on this. Shuts down the map pretty much here for the Radiant. Don't see what's coming. They're going to keep them cooped up in their base. And Faceless are going to start pressuring, pushing in all the lanes, and with Prophet that is easy to do. The Lone Druid is going to offset some of that aggression, but it's barely going to be enough. That Aegis though is going to wear off, so XY is only going to be left with the Cheese now. Come on, buddy. Gonna need you to farm a little bit faster for my imaginary points. Keeping things chill for now. Faceless has gone for the Dagon option here for Black. Gonna be able to burst heroes down with the Veil combination. Just wants to go for the snipes. That's why he has not teched towards the magic. He's gone for 10% spell M, which is pretty cool if you think about it that way. Has that Dagon spell M. It's got a lot of spell M be coming in for him, so be able to burst them heroes down very, very quickly. Still scouting for targets, but Jabs does not have the Aghanim Scepter, so he will not be able to scout through trees. He can use Hunter in the night to try and maybe get something done, but ultimately still not gonna be super effective here, even if there were someone in the trees. A DD, come on, XY. Very close. Just pick up that shiny blue thing. Smoke here from HappyFeet. They really want to get some damage on this Legion. Oh, BB looking good here, shall we? It looks like they are going to go in first. They're going to duel him, and with that Silver Edge as well. Good global silence will prevent that win. Maybe. Nope, not going to be enough then. There we finally have a win here. 28 seconds on the sidelines and right outside Faceless' base. This might need to be a buyback here, as we do have that bear chunking away the tower. Immediately buff up, going for that. That's the silence as well. They will have to be very careful about this. There comes the Nature's Prophet, traps the bear in. The Force Staff is there. Ben here going to slam away that tier 3 tower. They want to at least take this one down so they can open up shrines for themselves. Play that map shrinking game that Faceless are looking to do on them. 6k. They don't want to waste this BB buyback. They are going to push the enemy back. The Veil is there. Going to weaken them a little bit. Magical weakness. LSA. There's the bear. They're going to send it in. Once the backdoor regen drops down, they are going in for that one. Make no mistake. There's the bear. There's the Sprout. And there's the Legion. The tier 3 tower should be falling soon, but the miss chances pretty high. And there's the Heaven's Halberd. They get the tier 3 tower immediately. They came for what they wanted. And immediately going to back off now. HappyFeet going to score shrines, which is pretty big if you think of it from the map's control perspective.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Alright. Nuts. Does have the Urn of Shadows. Jabs Gotta fly over, look for that Roshan. Legion Commander taking some time to farm, immediately gets scouted out. Somehow sensed that this is coming. And immediately Shadow Blades away. Alright. Assault Cuirass here for Spirit Breaker. Ice. Now has the Ice Skadi, the Mjolnir. About to hit the level 25. We'll see what he decides to take there on that talent tree. Faceless have been showing quite a bit of respect to their opponents. HappyFeet have been pretty resilient when it came to defending, when it came to sieging as well. They do get shrines, but it's not game breaking. It's not game breaking. Roshan is now up. That's the third life. It's going to be heavily contested area this time. HappyFeet are not going to give this one away. Hopefully, try and get that one. Oh, Puck walking forward. There's the Lincolns though, so not going to be so easy to snipe the Puck. And immediately now with the gem, they're going in. The Ogre is just going to be the front line. He says, if I die, at least I die for my team. It's going to be enough though. The darkness comes out. That's darkness being committed there. Maybe they use this time to go in for Roshan. They smoke up. They observer ward. The scans. Ooh, big scans here coming out here for the HappyFeet squad. Do they know that Roshan is happening? Yes, they do. Jules going in firstly. Nice sprout there. Blocks off both targets, but now Jules going to take a big hit to the face from that Mjolnir, and Lina, BKB not even allowed there. Oh, he's going to pop that one now, but Jab's going to go forward, punches her in the face, and down she goes. Bristleback now going for that bear as well. So in trying to contest that Roshan, they immediately lose 2 heroes as well. Perfect split there from Ice, forcing out that 4-staff, and now already going in for that Roshan, chunking down at his HP, and that's going to be the third Rosh going to Faceless. HappyFeet just falling apart there in these team fights. They're farmed cores, but it's just not able to dish out what they need. And now Ice is the one going to pick up the cheese. XY with the Aegis, and we're going in for another base push. And this time, they're going to look for their own tier 3 tower. And what's Puck looking at here? He's got a Dagon 3. All right, even before the Trust Fund kicks in. Got some good amount of money. Alright, Black. What's he looking to build up now? Just gonna maybe farm up that Dagon. Build more. Faceless still going to play this one safe. 42 minutes. Gotta really give HappyFeet the credit where it's due though. Except for the point in, except for the Legion Commander. Just not getting the dual damage she needs. Alright, XY. Got that Reaver on board. Nut's gonna do a little bit of light reading to acknowledge. Ice, come on, hit level 25. I want to see some shenanigans. We gotta see some things. It's gotta be a Daedalus for my boy Ice. He's got that cheese just to stay safe. Ban here. Pop his first BKB, not too useful. And now Ice gotta join the fray. There we go. Harder thrust now for the Bristleback, so it's gonna be slightly tough for enemies to kill him. He's got 10% spell lifesteal now, so the Octarine not even necessary. He's gonna have that juicy lifesteal. Gonna have to see how this one plays out. XY gonna go forward. I always see Faceless entering from the bottom. It's not the best to push in from the middle, of course, because of the Melon Shrines. Here we go. Tier 3 tower taking a real beating here. XY just gonna resist a lot of that damage ban here. Might have to break, but it's like, not the best. Ice once again being able to just stem out any kind of split pushing with his constant teleportation. No cooldowns. Here we go. Here we go. Turn on that WTF. I am ready. No cooldowns. There we go, XY. Oh, gonna lose that, he is going to lose that Bristleback, but it's not gonna do too much. Ben here gonna get that. Wow, press the attack there. Gonna have a lot of damage going in for that push, but it's not gonna do enough. Immediately going for the eels. Removes all the bad stuff. The Lich Armor is keeping this tower healthy. Gotta definitely give it credit. Nice movement here from the bear. Gonna be able to push out the wave. And is that Aghanims on the bear? Yeah, that's Aghanims. That's why he's being able to attack and split push so efficiently. But oh, there you go. Another jump in here from the puck. Just be able to soften up that Lina for that incoming fight. The D ward, whatever ward that was placed in there. Tower. The LSA is there as well. Lina just wants to be able to knock down those creeps as fast as possible. They're keeping this tower alive for quite a while. And this interesting tech choice here, the Aghanims and Jo, allowing the bear to attack away from the owner, is really aiding in his attempt to do the split push kind of style. Oh, there we go, another jump in there. This is Jules on that ogre, but he does have the guard increase, so it makes him rather beefy, a little bit hard to take down. And Lina, with all those tanky items, the Silver Edge does give a lot of stats. You have Bloodstone for that as well, making her a very tough cookie to crack. She's got that Fairy Soul, but she doesn't have the DPS just yet. Still holding on to that high ground. The tier 3 just refuses to fall here. We've got a Legion Commander that's off on her own there, Holiday in the top. But we have got the Fear coming out. It's not going to do too much. That's Silver Edge. Drew denies the tower, so he takes the tier 3 away. But XY just tanking through all that damage, just really not caring. And Ice is doing the sieging, blocks off the bear. And FY, because of that Heart of Tarask, is going to be able to heal up all that health very, very quickly. Here we go. The cooldown just needs to tick off, and once the cooldown ticks off, that's going to be a quick regen. 300 health per second. Oh man, look at that. We are back in tip-top shape, boys and girls. Tip-top shape. Alright, they're gonna go for the bear. They're chunking away at it. There's a Solar Crest. There's a lot of beatings on it. The bear goes down. That's bear number 1. It's almost a hero at this point. You can't afford to lose it again. LSA, there's a nice little bit of damage, but hey, it's a Bristleback. He's just laughing at you, trying your opponent. Yeah, your attempts to kill him. That's the melee Rex down. Bristleback stays alive. LSA gonna be off the mark there. Legion Commander trying to go for the duels, but just really not able to reach that BB. And in the end, and the Aegis regen kicks in, and just in time, Faceless pull out right before the double life expires. And here we go, double runes gonna be kicking in here, and Ice with the Arcane Rune gonna be able to throw out spells more frequently. Of course, Teleport no longer has a cooldown, but still gonna be able to chuck out those quick Wrath of Natures. Gonna have more Treants, more Sprouts. I think you can Perma Sprout someone with an Arcane Rune, so that's always nice. Look at that, Perma Sprout. Fun and interactive. XY building to that Shiva's Guard. He is not reaching top net worth. It's going to be Ice. It is going to be Ice, boys and girls. He's got 4,000 spare change, and there's your Dagon 5 for your puck. So Black is in full laser mode. He still needs that E-Blade for maximum meme H, but it's going to get there. He's about to hit that 420, and I do believe that will be Funzos. Spirit Bear. What's he looking at? He's got that Echo Saber. It's going to be able to chunk away at the creep wave. It is super creeps on that side, but here comes Ice. He knows what's up. There's the Dagon as well. So much damage. The bear takes a fall. Poor guy. And does he have a resummon? Not for another 25 seconds. And Roshan is still going to take a little bit of time before he respawns. About a minute 35 about there before we get that extra timer. And of course, Ban here is going to use that shrine before he goes down. Can't say I blame him. Gonna deny that as well. I do believe it still gives the gold to the enemy, so no real point denying there, but then again, small deal. 8-18 right now, not looking good for HappyFeet. You know, they may be staying in the game, but this net worth is just not reflecting this good farm pattern of the Lune Druid and Lina. They're just barely holding on, and this impossible sieging wall there from Faceless, just so hard to push into. Jabs building to the Aghanims now, so going for the map hacks. Legion Commander still sitting at that paltry 28 damage. Really needs to get the climb going. Maybe if she gets to the level 25, she can try for the 40 damage per win thing, but still looking kind of rough. Faceless. There's the smoke, baiting with the Lina. Oh, they see it. Oh, there's the LC coming forward, looking for Jabs, but Jabs goes through the dust. Oh, there might be a duel. There he is, a duel. Global Silence goes out, and this is not a hero that can kill so easily. Ice in the back lines, trying to do some damage here, getting caught out. He has to be careful. He is rooted. He is feared. He's going to get brought down. Ice goes down. There's the buyback. As expected, Legion is down, and Ice comes here to nail in the coffin. He's got a double damage, takes out the ward as well, just so he can. And there you go. Ogre goes down. That's 4 heroes down. Lina and Lich do have buyback. They do need to buyback now, I believe. They need the firepower, and I don't even think they do have it. They have a cheese on XY. Ice with the quick buybacks ensures that they will never be out of that firepower. No downtime on him. Lina already down to half health after that burst from Black, and they're gonna lose another set of Raxes. These fights may look good at the start, but Faceless just have the ability to just get back into the fight and go on kicking. There's 2 sides of Rack going down. BKB on the Bear, but is it going to do enough? Is it going to do enough? The Bear getting caught out. The Chain Frost going to get completely sent to the south there, or north. Not going to be doing any damage. Another blaster coming out here from Black. This game looking to be in its final stages here, as HappyFeet are on their final defense. You could almost say the Ice Armor gonna try and get something done here, but XY is just such a beefcake in the front lines. It's so impossible to shoot him down, and without their Legion making face front, it is going to be impossible. Alright, we are knocking him down a little bit, but he has the cheese, so unless you take him from 100 to 0 instantly, this is not happening. So Faceless gonna show a little bit of respect. They're gonna pull back. Alright. Black still hanging around, yeah. Black Satanic now for Ice. Really like the item pickup choice. He was blown up earlier on because he got cornered, but now with the Satanic he can actually reset himself up to the 3k, and that can actually have a lot of powerful applications. Being able to reset yourself to full health at least once, without the use of cheese as well. It's a very, very strong ability. But Black now with that 420 is starting to cash in that Kaching, building into that Octarine core. Gonna be able to just throw out those spells as quick as possible. The score is 9-22. I do not believe HappyFeet are gonna be able to win this, of course. But hey, you never know. Things can happen. But it does not look good for them. What doesn't look good is my scorecard. I did not get a good report card. And we are actually going out of the range of my predicted kills as well, because this game dragged on longer than I thought it would. I really thought this game was going to be one-sided after a while, but Faceless are showing the discipline of a TI-ready team. They are pushing slow, they're not pushing hard and fast carelessly. Gotta build good habits, because C qualifiers are just the first step in TI7's long, arduous journey. Gonna have to build and nurture that disciplined playstyle. Faceless. Beats up the creep wave band here. Gonna go for that silver edge now. Gonna go for the break. Yeah, there we go. Black is there. Just jaunts himself backwards. Oh, that's a nice route. Oh, this could be nice. Yeah, very quickly there. Could we get the kill? Nicely done. Aegis not even there because he wasn't an Aegis. So Bristleback gets brought down. Caught off guard there by the duel. That's more damage to Yash. Caught in the same place as Ice. Ice pieces out right away. No buyback on him. And this is why you need the respect. Jabs is gonna get chased down. The coil is gonna save his life there. Saves his life. Barely. And that's gonna piece out of there, saving his global. XY falling there, definitely not part of the plan. Was expecting to be able to actually at least use the cheese, so now they'll have to wait till the second hero comes off. But Jabs does have the second cheese, so he might just munch in that one. But oh no, Ogre Magi, not where you want to be. Here comes Ice, surprise in his pumpkin carriage. But Joel's pretty darn tanky as he is Ogre Magi after all. 2004 in a support with no health items. Pretty damn good. And Black. What's he looking at now? It's got that Octarine still cashing in that Kaching 420. Double damage. Still not scouted out by either team. It's about to expire, but we get 2 runes a minute every 2 minutes now, so that's still nice. What's Bristleback looking at? It's got the cheese. Hasn't got any real items yet. Is there another item? Yeah, there's his Shiva's God. So he has more armor now. I think it's going to be really helpful when it helps to resist that physical damage that he's facing. The break is still pretty annoying with that silver edge, but we'll see. Another book here for the silencer. He's now level 21. Got that attack speed, got the gold per minute. He's gonna be able to afford himself some nice items. He's got himself a refresher orb. Alright. Got himself for the refresher orb. Shut down the spell usage. Not a lot of spells here in HappyFeet really, but anything you can do to stop the Lone Druid from buffing up, the Bloodlust from going off, to press the attacks actually. That's gonna be pretty important as well. LSAs, stun combos, all very important things. But Ogre Magi is going to be the point for them to kill here. Ice is here. I don't think this time he gets away. That's the 4-star. The Greaves still stunned up. There's a heal. How is this Ogre alive? So darn good. And Lina might have ran a little bit too low on that low ground. Here we go, catching her off. Gotta look for the bear. They're beating away at the bear. The Curse of the Silent Slow so strong. They blow up the bear. That's a resummon immediately forced out here from Jo. And Bristleback going deep, doing in. There you go. XY getting caught out once again. Chain Frost is there, but the global not enough. Bristleback goes down again. Maybe he buys back this time because Jo is down. Maybe you want to push it. No buyback on him. Oh, we're catching Ice. He's dropping low, but he has the Aegis. He's gonna keep up. He doesn't have those boots. He needs them activated right now. He's gonna get forced up deeper into the enemy base, and this is a death at Ice is not expecting 120 seconds on the sidelines. Nats going down as well. Ben here on a triple kill. The high ground defense holding fast, and Prophet has the buyback on cooldown for 150 seconds. So effectively, Ice will not be available. So this might be a Rex in return here. Faceless might be forced to buy back on that Bree B, and if he dies there, they could potentially be looking at a dropped game. But of course, now it's up to the little guys to actually spend some time there chasing the heroes around and drawing heroes back. Lina dropping there, definitely not part of the plan. And now with that, I think the push has ended. They're not gonna push. They have the bear, but are they gonna push? 13 to 24. Region Commander going in. There's the jump in. Black. It's gonna be tough. There's the Dagon. Immediately buy back here on Nuts. They're going for the Raxes there. We have that press the attack. Oh wow, munching on the Raxes. Do they get it? Yes, they do. Bob the Builder right here demolishes the real estate here in the Dire Base. That's a melee Rax taken without any kind of a risk whatsoever. They lose a bear. He's up in 15 seconds. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. 12 bear armor, very good stuff, and this is something to be looked into. Very cool. Jo doesn't even need to be there to get the push going, and his pet is up in about 3 seconds, so very, very nicely done. So we are still not even by any means. 17k for Faceless, but they haven't won the game just yet, and it looks like HappyFeet are not going down without punching and biting and screaming. So we're still gonna have ourselves a fight on our hands there. I did not expect this game to hit that level 25 hero mark. So Black is of course going to be the richest guy here, as he is just earning money by existing. Look at that. 4 gold a second. Yes, sir. This is when go to your fountain and just AFK can actually be beneficial. Because look at that. Look at that gold. Why is farming so easy, says Black. Greedy's good, 9999. Arcane Rune. Jab's gonna kind of wish he had that earlier, but hey, Black's gonna make that better use of that with the Octarine Core. 5 seconds cooldown for Illusory Orb, 30 seconds. Dagon, 7.875, wow. Very short cooldown on that laser stick. Jules picks up the gem. Here we go. Start making the push there. Push middle. Can they do it? Ban her. Had a pretty solid performance earlier on that defense. So there's the E-Blade. Okay. Oh, Spirit Bear in a lot of danger. Trapping that Lina as well. Binding her hands with the Hellbed. But to clear out the creeps, as you know, just touch and go here. The Roshan still not up. 50 seconds before we decide on that extra timer. But Black, 4,000 gold again. We just looked at him earlier, and now he's back in that comfy seat there. on that top earning bracket. Look at that. I don't know what he can really get now. Probably moonshots for the team. He's buying a few rounds of moonshots. That's for sure. Jules. That's very close to that refresher orb. About to hit that 1,000 mark. And once he has that, it's a double GS. We'll see how powerful a role it plays in these fights. I mean, without Prestige attacks, without a lot of the support cast there, it could get a little bit nasty for HappyFeet. Not being able to use his spell is a big deal, but this is a draft HappyFeet have gotten concocted that isn't weak to Global Silence, you could almost say. So we're excited to see how this one plays out. 0-7 Jules. Feels bad, man. Legion Commander's got 64 damage now. It's starting to look cool. I think there is a ward there, but there isn't. Roshan. Gonna collapse the pawn here. Faceless are gonna secure the 4th Roshan of this game. Aegis for Bristleback. I think this time they decide, like, yeah, you should take it. You keep feeding. 2 cheeses. Alright. Here we go. Ice, ice, ice. Gonna push forward again. HappyFeet gonna use the Ogre to tank. Jules, very tanky. Here we go. Here's the push. The final set of Rexes. HappyFeet have held the line so far. They're going for the Lina. Just doing the pushes here. XY gonna get caught out. There's the break. Lincoln Sphere as well. Gonna push him back. Oh man, that's a lot of damage here from the Lina. They get hit by the Dagon E-Blade, but still, they're gonna try and go for Jules, but Jules is not the hero that you can kill easy. We saw that the last few times. And Faceless forced to just dance around the map here, but eventually they are gonna get the Rex, so this isn't a permanent solution. And here we got the BKB jumping in, looking for Ice Ice Ice, but oh, immediately kited. Silence number 1. BKB's down, wings down. Legion Commander in trouble. The E-Blade, the Dagon, almost there. Coil as well. Can't pop that one without dying. Gonna have to stay around there, but nope, they get him anyway. Faceless with the chop, with the lightning. Enough damage, and now Bristleback in the thick of things. Oh, Prophet gonna get caught down. That's a very nice pick up there from the bear. They munch, they crunch, they get XY. Now the puck going in there, getting dueled. The Lincoln's down. Now they beat on him. Is it enough? Is it enough? The buyback coming out from Prophet. He immediately returns to the fight there. Lina buys back into the game. Nature's Prophet going ham, going hard, but he's losing life fast. This high ground defense is taking a long time, but XY walking in his base like it's his. Legion is down without buyback. Ogre down without buyback. Lich on the run. Jo cannot afford to go down here. His bear, most importantly, has to stay alive here. The last set of Rexes will be falling here, so Faceless will be playing with Mega Creeps. Will they be able to close out the game? HappyFeet have been surprisingly resilient thus far, but they are showing to be very stubborn. Jabs in trouble as well, but the E-Blade Dagon, Lina has bought back. She can't afford to buy back again. Spirit Bear, now getting caught in here. Kited by that Sprout, trapping him in. There's the bear down, and Jo just bought back into the game. He can't resummon the bear for another 5, and that's him dead. 110 seconds. The double Gs should be hitting the deck right now. E-Blade Dagger, Banner pops the BKB a second too late. Tries the Laguna, a futile attempt. And we have ourselves a shutdown here. Faceless finally, after 62 minutes, strike down HappyFeet and send them spiraling in another loss here in this day 1 of the group stage in the C qualifiers. A rough day for HappyFeet, but their day is not over just yet. They are still going to have to face Clutch Gamers. They're going to have to play another very strong contender in the Southeast Asian regional qualifiers. I mean, if you